Good afternoon, my fellow strangers. This is Mrs. Strange, and on today's second episode of Stranger Universe, I will talk about more details that were revealed for Stranger Things 5 last night amidst the teaser trailer and release dates announcement. Before we start, please like, comment, and subscribe to see more episodes from Stranger Universe. Turn on your notifications to never miss another episode again. Follow us on our social media platforms to stay updated with Mrs. Strange and the Stranger Universe family every day. And now, let us begin. After such a long time, we finally have our first teaser of Stranger Things Season 5. But first off, we need to go over the official synopsis for the final season that was revealed on Netflix's official Tudum website. Here it is. The fall of 1987, Hawkins is scarred by the opening of the rifts, and our heroes are united by a single goal: find and kill Vecna. But he has vanished, his whereabouts, and plans unknown. Complicating their mission, the government has placed the town under military quarantine and intensified its hunt for Eleven, forcing her back into hiding. As the anniversary of Will's disappearance approaches, so does a heavy, familiar dread. The final battle is looming, and with it, a darkness more powerful and more deadly than anything they've faced before. To end this nightmare, they'll need everyone, the full party, standing together one last time. It might not sound like much at first, but there are a few interesting things about the synopsis that give us a lot of details surrounding Stranger Things Season 5. For one, the plot of Season 5 seems to take place in the days leading up to November 6th, as opposed to later in the month, or on Thanksgiving weekend like some of us were speculating based on set leaks and the release date for Volume 1. Another interesting detail is that Vecna has disappeared since his last fight in Stranger Things 4 with Eleven in the Mind Lair and the older teens in the Creel house. It seems like our gang still hasn't found him even after the major time jump. In addition to the synopsis being added, the cast of the final season was also updated. Nell Fisher has been officially confirmed as Holly Wheeler, and Jake Connolly is playing Derek Turnbow. If that name sounds familiar, it's because the third episode of Season 5 will be called The Turnbow Trap. Derek is part of the Turnbow family, the owners of the Turnbow Land Development and Realty Company that we see on a billboard posted by Ross Duffer last year. The episode will show our gang sneaking into the Turnbow mansion for reasons unknown. His character description describes him as a bully with no friends and rude to adults. My guess is he's going to be a pain in the neck for Mike and Will, who seem to be spending a portion of the season with him. You can also briefly see Derek in the background of this shot. Several thanks to the fans that pointed this out to me. This episode will be directed by Frank Darabont, who's seen in this image with Priya Ferguson as Erica Sinclair. Erica is also seen in this clip with Derek inside of what appears to be the McCorkle farm, so maybe this character will also be paired up with Erica at some point in Season 5, which would make sense considering they're closer in age. Maybe we will see a war of sassiness between both characters. Additionally, we finally have the names of Alex Bro and Linda Hamilton's characters. Bro will play Lieutenant Akers, who we briefly saw in the featurette from last year, and Hamilton will be the military scientist Dr. K. Lieutenant Akers seems to be chasing Eleven and Hopper based on the short clip we saw from the behind-the-scenes video. Interestingly enough, his actor, Alex Bro, is playing Dr. Brenner in the Broadway version of Stranger Things: The First Shadow. Now onto this Dr. K. There have been no leaks or information about Dr. K except this picture of a stunt double for Linda Hamilton at the WSQK radio station. It is heavily rumored that in addition to guarding the bridge to the Upside Down, the military is also investigating the disappearance of children. It sounds like Holly won't be the only child missing. And speaking of which, we have more information on who these other kids are supposed to be. On the left, we have Debbie, and to the far right, we have Thomas. I suspect that along with Derek, these are Holly's friends, and they will be the new party that takes over when the original party graduates high school and moves on to college. Thomas looks an awful lot like Ke Huy Quan, who was a notable child actor from the 80s famous for playing Data in The Goonies, and Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. We know how much the Duffer brothers love to reference movies from the 80s, and those two in particular are iconic films from that decade of cinema. The Goonies has always been a massive inspiration for Stranger Things, so it makes a lot of sense that the show may actually bring its own version of Data. He is also wearing what appears to be an ET shirt. Very cool. Several fans are worried about these kids taking up too much screen time, but let's not worry about that. The episodes in Stranger Things Season 5 will all be feature-length, and the Duffers should hopefully give everyone equal attention. We shall see. Overall, super satisfying times. And that is all that we have for today. What are your thoughts on all of these new characters for Stranger Things 5? Today's special shout-out is for Jonica Anati. To get a chance at becoming our next special Stranger Universe shout-out, type it down in the comments section below. Turn on your notifications to never miss another Stranger Universe episode like this one. Join us on our episode premieres to interact with Mrs. Strange and other members of the Stranger Universe family. Thank you all for watching. I am Mrs. Strange, and this is Stranger Universe. Over and out.